جزاكم الله خير. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Brother sit.
وأسأل الله عز وجل أن يجمعنا وإياكم دائما على الخير.
So after the Sheikh finished reciting from verse 35 to 41 from Surah Ibrahim, the Sheikh begins, of course, by saying Assalamu alaikum to all of you, and he thanks all of you for taking the time to be here and to gather.
أوصيكم ونفسي بتقوى الله عز وجل وبحفظ كتاب الله عز وجل. كتاب الله عز وجل لا يودعه الله عز وجل في قلب أحد إلا وقد اصطفاه من خلقه، ثم أورثنا الكتاب الذين اصطفينا من عبادنا. لذلك كان عثمان رضي الله عنه يقول: لو طهرت قلوبكم لما شبعت من كلام ربكم.
So the Shaykh begins, of course, by advising all of us to have taqwa in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and to hold on to the Quran, to the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he mentions that never is a person given an ayah or a part of the Quran except that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has chosen that individual. They have been specifically chosen by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to carry, even if it is just one ayah or one surah of the entire Quran. So the Shaykh is highlighting how important or how special and beneficial it is that if you know just a little bit of the Quran, you have been hand-selected by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
ولا شك أن المؤمنين قد اصطفاهم الله عز وجل من خلقه. الله عز وجل ميزكم بالإسلام، الله عز وجل أنعم علينا بالإسلام، وهذه دلالة على الاصطفاء ودلالة على محبة الله عز وجل لنا.
There is no doubt that amongst the believers or amongst people Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has chosen those to be amongst the believers. And the way that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has chosen us is by gifting us al-Islam. And there is no doubt that the person who is gifted Islam carries the greatest gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
فالواجب علينا أن نقابل هذه النعمة بالشكر، أن نقابل هذه النعمة بالمحافظة عليها.
I love this one. He says that without any hesitation, all of us, we must receive this religion of Islam by being grateful. Be grateful to Allah that He chose you and He made you Muslim and He gave you this deen, and you respond by showing your gratitude. And this is also a sign that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves you.
الحمد يكون باللسان، لكن الشكر يكون بالعمل في مثل هذه البلدان التي تنعمون كلكم بالحرية وبالقانون وباحترام القانون، لكن أحيانا قد تواجه الإنسان كثير من التحديات، وخصوصا أبنائنا وبناتنا في المدارس في المناهج وغيرها من الصحبة. الإنسان لابد أن يحافظ على هذا الدين ويسأل الله عز وجل الثبات على هذا الدين.
So the Shaykh tells us that there are two things that you need to have in order to hold on to this deen. Number one is alhamd, by praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that is a tool for the tongue, that is an exercise of the tongue. And shukr or gratitude is something that we illustrate through our actions. And especially for us in this part of the world, we have all the freedoms to practice our religion, but at the same time, our children at school and other places have to go through a lot of challenges, and they're constantly being tested with their deen. So it's important that we always strive to hold on to our deen. That's the thing that keeps us safe. This is my addition to you. Does his message, is it completely relevant to what we deal with out there? SubhanAllah, think about what we deal with out there and how relevant the message of our Shaykh is to all of us.
وأولادنا محفوظون بإذن الله تعالى. لذلك يعني الإنسان لما يسمع كلام النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول احفظ الله يحفظك، وهذا يعني وعد من الله عز وجل، احفظ الله يحفظ. هذا الأمر يسهل على حفاظ كتاب الله عز وجل لأنهم يحفظون كلام الله عز وجل، وهذه من أسباب ووسائل الحماية للنفس. لا يكتفي الإنسان بأن يبتعد عن المحفوظ، بل يتزود من النوافل والطاعات حتى يحمي نفسه. وأول هذه يعني الطاعات كلام الله عز وجل، أقصد من النوافل، وتزودوا فإن خير الزاد التقوى. فحفظ كتاب الله عز وجل يحمي أولادنا خصوصا في مثل هذه الأمور.
So the Shaykh says, particularly with our children, it's important that they continue to build a relationship and memorize the Quran. And especially, and I know there's a lot of kufar here, so this message is incredibly important to you in particular. Those of us that have memorized the Quran, the Shaykh said that when you memorize the Quran, that is a type of protection that Allah gives specifically to you, because you are carrying His message in your heart and in your chest. So Allah has chosen you and you have a special protection from Him. But the Shaykh's advice to all of us, especially those who are either memorizing Quran or have already done so, is don't stop there. That you continue to increase by praying your nawafil and your sunnah and doing other acts of righteousness. That is just as important. Don't just think that just because you memorize Quran, alhamdulillah, you've reached the pinnacle. But because of that blessing, you should continue to strive more and more and more so that Allah will continue to bless you and protect you more and more and more.
وحفظ القرآن لا يقتصر على الأولاد الصغار سواء بنات أو أبناء. حفظ القرآن يعني كم رأينا من حفاظ كتاب الله عز وجل حفظ القرآن وأعمارهم بال80، وهذه من العوائق ومن تلبيس الإبليس. الإنسان يأتي عليه أمر وهو يعني يريد أن يحفظ القرآن، يحمل هذه النية لكن يستصعب الأمر. الله عز وجل قال: ولقد يسرنا القرآن للذكر فهل من مدكر. أنا أذكر لما كنا في الصف الثانوي،
ما شاء الله سبحان الله،
لما كنا في الصف الثانوي كنت أعد نفسي كثيرا منه. فبالنسبة للذين حفظوا القرآن على صغر، فكنت أستصعب إني يعني كبرت شوي على حفظ القرآن، وكنت أرى طبعة وزارة الأوقاف طبعة كبيرة جدا ومتينة، وكنت أظن أن حفظ القرآن صعب جدا، لكن ما انشرعت بحفظ القرآن إلا كان الأمر يسيرا. الآن نسمع مثلا سورة البقرة، سورة العمران، تحس أن القرآن سهل. ليش؟ لأن الله عز وجل ولقد يسرنا القرآن للذكر فهل.
So the Shaykh says he's now giving us a bit of advice to help encourage us. Those of us who have not memorized the Quran, the Shaykh says that he's met people who are in their 80s and have completed the memorization of the Quran. So don't think that this is just something for the young people or for the children. Because the Shaykh says that if you think this way, that you restrict memorizing the Quran to a particular age group, that is from shaitan. So don't tell yourself or convince yourself that you're too old or weak or your memory is no good, that you cannot memorize the Quran. And the Shaykh shares a personal story when he was in public school, that when he was starting to memorize the Quran, and he saw how thick and how big the Quran itself was, he at one point felt like, how is he going to do this? How is he going to memorize all of these ayat? Because the book itself looks so thick. But the Shaykh quoted a verse that many of us know, وَلَقَدْ يَسَّرْنَا الْقُرْآنَ لِلذِّكْرِ فَهَلْ مِن مُدَّكِرٍ, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes it easy for all of us that we remember Him. And the best way to remember Him is through the Quran. So in other words, the Shaykh is saying that eventually he was able to overcome some of those fears. And he just jumped into the Quran and started memorizing it. And that's when he realized how easy it is to memorize Allah's book. Once you put your intention and your heart in the right place, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala facilitates and makes it easy for you to remember Him. So this is an encouragement from our Shaykh, and may Allah bless him.
آمين. شيخ سبي
إذا كنا نحب الله عز وجل فلا بد أن نستكثر ونستلذ بكلام الله عز وجل.
Sheikh says, if we claim that we love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then we must increase and taste how delicious the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala truly is.
لا بد أن نتعاهد هذا الكلام يكون جزء من حياتنا. الإنسان لو قرأ في اليوم جزءا واحدا لن يأخذ من وقته أكثر من ثلث ساعة قراءة يعني سريعة.
So the Shaykh says that you have to have a routine every single day if you read the Quran. Even if it's just for 10 or 15 minutes, it will have a great impact and it will affect you greatly. You will see the fruits and you will see the benefits of that.
وهذا يتطلب تعلم القرآن، تعلم التجويد، تعلم اللغة العربية، وهذه مسؤولية عليك. طلب العلم فريضة على كل مسلم كما قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم.
So the Shaykh quotes a very famous hadith of our Prophet ﷺ that seeking knowledge is compulsory on every single Muslim. And so your desire to want to learn and read the Quran shows that you have a desire for wanting to learn this deen. And if you don't have the desire, you should develop that desire in you to want to learn this deen and starting with the Book of Allah.
اللهم إنا نسألك بكل اسم هو سميت به نفسك أو أنزلته في كتابك أو علمته أحدا من خلقك أو استأثرت به في علم الغيب عندك أن تجعل القرآن العظيم ربيع قلوبنا ونور صدورنا وجلاء أحزاننا وذهاب همومنا وغمومنا. اللهم ذكرنا منه ما نسينا وعلمنا منه ما جهلنا وارزقنا تلاوته آناء الليل وأطراف النهار والحمد لله رب العالمين.